Alright lads, so again, once more out of nowhere, similar to what they did last month, we are getting another 10th anniversary news livestream. In this case, happening in less than 2 weeks time on the 12th of September. At this point, this is now our 4th anniversary news livestream that isn't a traditional Bankai Live to pretty much reveal new characters. Funny enough, all of them have been mid-month banners, and judging based on the past banners that we have gotten, the first initial livestream was for the 100 million download celebration. We did get a Full Hollow Ichigo and also Okiura remake. 2 months later, for the pre-anniversary, we had the renewed versions of Aizen and also Byakuya, and then last month, we also did have the first ever Kubo playable art characters. So each time we have gotten a live stream like this, it has been to announce new characters that for the most part, even if you don't think it, are technically bigger deals compared to normal characters. Again, 100 million downloads, pre-anniversary, and then Kubo playable art. So with that in mind, going into this particular stream, the big question now is, what banner is this going to be? It's clearly going to be more than a traditional premium banner, because once more, we are getting a live stream. Now, if we do scroll down, we do see that the only thing we know regarding this upcoming live stream is that it is again happening on the 12th. The voice actors for Ichigo and Orihime are featured here. And the only thing they really say is, what news will our ambassador reveal this time? And judging by the fact that we did have the live stream last month, we can kind of like somewhat expect what this live stream is going to be. For the most part, it's going to be them going over probably all the real life events going in Japan, the, pop-up store, the online store where you can buy Brave Souls merch, maybe more news regarding the upcoming Brave Souls festival, which by the way, I have actually got a ticket for, so I might be going to that. I still have to book my flight to Japan, but there's a potential chance I'll be there in Japan watching that live. And then, of course, within the live stream, they are also going to reveal the new characters. So personally, just right from the get-go, I'm expecting this banner to be regarding the upcoming voting banner. But then again, it could go either way. I think this is either going to be more Kubo playable art characters, because we do know we are going to get more of those characters. It was announced in the game that it's the first round. And I don't expect Kubo playable art characters to ever be end-of-month units. I definitely expect them to be mid-month characters. I guess this is a good opportunity for Killer to do another batch of those. And if we were to get more Kubo playable art units, I would hope it's a bit more exciting than just another Swimsuit Nelio and also Rangiku. Because again, we already spoke about it in its own video. I think the idea is really cool. There's now a lot of possibilities of us just getting different types of characters. And they didn't really start off this collaboration, if you would call it the best, by just giving us another Swimsuit Nelio and Rangiku. One of the big ones I know a lot of people do want to see, I already spoke about it, is the high school warfare characters. That would be really cool to get announced in this live stream, if not in the future. Because of recent times, that's definitely the biggest thing that, the Bleach anime studio and also Kubo has done. But we just have a bunch of different new designs for a lot of females and also males of the Bleach universe. But like I said, the voting banner is also a pretty good possibility for this upcoming banner, because we know it's going to happen at the second half of the year. I mean, to be fair, I've been saying that for like the better half of a year and a half now at this point. No one ever expected it to be this long, but in case you are new to the game or weren't playing almost at this point, a year and a half ago, essentially at the start of the year, Caleb let us pick the characters for an upcoming banner. We got to pick the 3 units, and we also got to pick the designs they do have. It's going to be a seasonal banner. The special thing at the time is that it did feature a bunch of names that weren't currently playable in the game. Now, it would be funny if a character did win based on the fact they weren't playable at the time, but since it's taken so long, maybe they are already playable and have multiple characters. Using me as an example, I know I voted for Giselle because at the time Giselle wasn't even playable. Do I think Giselle won? No, but that'd be funny if a character did get voted in when they recently just maybe received the character. But this banner has pretty much been teased to us over the last year and a half at multiple points. Pretty much at the start of the year, they said they were in development, they were working on it, so we expected it in the first half of the year, and then over the last month or two, we have gotten a bit more information. For example, some of the characters are going to be in the Spirit Society design and also Orient Society design. And that's really all we know regarding the banner. Now, alongside the 3 potential characters that could be in this banner, we also do know a previous old seasonal character will also get a remake. And again, they could potentially be in this banner. So the way I'm thinking about it now, it could be split up. Nowadays, mid-months, again, are 2 character banners. Maybe the next 2 months are going to be based on the voting banner, because there's kind of a lot that we have to get in the second half of the year. 1000 Year Blood Will Call 3 just started. So we're going to be getting those likely for end of month. Again, it's my prediction that next end of month is going to be a 1000-year Blood War Core 3 banner. But in regards to the voting characters, there's 3 characters that we voted for, and then there's also a remake. So it's potentially a 4-character banner. I just don't see Caleb doing that, let's be honest. So I was always curious on how they would handle the 4 characters. Would they do a 3-character banner for end of month, and then that potential remake seasonal unit gets put into a new seasonal banner when the timing is right later on? But they could potentially be doing 2 characters for one mid-month, and then next month we get another 2-character banner featuring, again, the units that we voted for. So I guess if you are someone that is excited for the upcoming vote banner, I think this is the most likely outcome for this live stream, because I just don't know what else it could be. It shouldn't be 1000-year Blood War because we, get that on a regular basis. I don't think we need the live stream for that. Shouldn't be Burn the Witch. I mean, Burn the Witch we just got. I don't expect to get another banner so soon. And that in of itself didn't get a live stream. So I feel like it has to be the vote characters because they've been kind of making it a big deal over the last, at least 8 months. So doing another live stream for something like that, I'm kind of down for. Again, you don't need to watch this live stream. You can just wait for the, videos to be posted online. The last live stream itself wasn't really filled with like crazy news or anything. Again, like I already mentioned, it was just pretty much going over all the real life events, real life merchandise that you can get for Brave Souls and also the Bleach anime. And then only near the end of the live stream did they actually announce the characters. So given that we've been getting a live stream every month, I'm not expecting anything super new here in terms of any updates. Maybe we'll get more information regarding the Epic Green update, probably just for the most part the new characters. Now with that said too, worth mentioning, because the live stream is happening on the 12th of September, fortunately I'm going on a little short holiday on the 16th. So I'm actually quite happy it's getting announced and potentially releasing early on, or earlier in the month, but it's happening on the 12th, and the last 3 times we have gotten a live stream like this, it has also announced and released the banner at the same time. Is that going to happen again this time? I mean, it happened 3 times in the past, but if we have a look at the current Burn the Witch point event, it is actually leaving on the 17th. So for those that are again out of the loop, whenever we get a new point event, we get a new banner. It's kind of rare for us to get a new banner and point event when the current one is already running. If anything, maybe the banner will get announced early and then the point event drops a few days later, but I just don't see that happening. So this might not be a simultaneous release like we have seen in the past 3 live streams. If anything, maybe it gets shown on the live stream, a day later it gets announced in game with the filler pool, etc., and then it releases 3 days later like usual. So this might be more similar to, end of year anniversary live streams where the characters just get announced ahead of time, and then we have a few days to like wait on it and then they release. Because yeah, our next point event and technically our next banner shouldn't be releasing until the 17th. So again, like I already mentioned, I'm gone on the 16th. So when these characters come out, if I don't summon on it, if I don't showcase or talk about them, it's because I am gone for like 5 or so days. But even with that in mind, to be honest, right now my orb count is very low, and I assume other people would be the same. We just came off of an anniversary. We had 2 big banners. We had also the Burn the Witch banner. I have no orbs, so I just don't want to summon right now for the next month and a half. Even next end of month, I'm probably skipping. So I guess if the banner and characters also release early, I guess I could showcase them and talk about them before I do go on holiday. But for the most part, that might likely happen after I get back. But also, given the point of it end day, I think we aren't going to get the release and also announcement of the characters on the same day. They should release a few days later. So yeah, with that said, just I guess a PSA announcement regarding the upcoming 10th anniversary news livestream, our 4th one this year. I am glad they are doing these, even if they don't bring any like crazy news besides the new characters. It's always a fun time just, sitting down, watching the voice actors talk, and as a community coming together just to see the reveals. So I don't dislike that they are doing more of these. But yeah, whatever the banner is going to be, whoever the characters are going to be, hopefully it's a good one because we potentially voted for it. I'm excited to see the character choosing whether I want to roast the community or not. Because it will be funny seeing the reaction of people. Because again, can we even like roast the characters? We voted for them, The most popular characters are going to get voted. Either way, let me know what you guys think it's going to be. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.